Carolina All-Out crew is up early and ready for an exciting day on the Pamlico Sound. Host Chris Douglas and friend Captain Scooter Lilley will be heading out in search of giant bull red drum.
All right, we have got a beautiful morning. We are going after some Pamlico gold today. You can see we got some boats pulling out. All these guys are headed out for a big drum. They come to the Pamlico every year. Is awesome, and we're going to experience it today with Scooter Lilley. CWW Inshore Charters. It's going to be fun.
The drum is the official NC State saltwater fish. North Carolina is famous for its trophy-sized red drum that can weigh in excess of 40 pounds. To date, the record was caught off of Hatteras Island in 1984 and weighed a whopping 94 pounds. North Carolina has produced 10 of the 16 current world records for red drum.
But tell us a little bit about what we're going to be doing today to catch these big bulls.
Well, we've gotten out here real early in the morning, and what we're going to do is try to locate some bait out here on some shoals. And sometimes early in the morning, these fish will be pushing that bait right up in the shallower water, anywhere from 2 to 4 foot of water. Right now, we haven't got very much activity, but we're going to probably make a change here in a few minutes and go just do a little ride and see if we can find some bait. You see that bait right there? It's a little nervous.
Yep.
Yeah, give it a toss into that. There you go. Good shot.
Chris and Scooter are fishing with popping corks, a strategy that has become very popular in recent years. Their plan is to cast in the midst of active bait pods and hope that one of the old reds bite.
I just saw a little pot of bait, and I'm just making a cast out into it, and I'm just kind of working it, kind of giving it, when the cork stands back up, I'm popping it again. So it's kind of popping up pretty quick as your bait gets down. I'm kind of keeping it moving, keep your bait coming. Hope you're around a menhaden school or a mullet, and hold on.
The red drum, also known as channel bass, is a popular game fish ranging from Massachusetts to Key West and along most of the Gulf of Mexico's coast. Redfish can live to be 60 years old, and the longest ever recorded was over 4 feet long.
There's a school over there. This is the time of the year when these big reds come in. It's a great thing to be able to catch a fish that's 40 to 50 inches long and be able to release him. It's just something, the exhilaration of the fight, and watching other people get their first shot at catching a fish of a lifetime. I mean, it's what keeps me coming back and wanting to do more and more and more. You just don't know. You might catch the fish on a blind cast. You know, your bait in the water is better than hanging out in the boat. So you need to be fishing no matter what you're seeing. But there's a few bait balls out here probably 100 yards out, and we're going to work our way over to them. Your chances of hooking up are a lot better when you get around the bait. Now this isn't something that's easy. I mean, it will wear you down. I mean, but the reward is big. That's the thing behind it. So I try to use a rod and a reel that kind of, it may be a little bit lighter than what you need, but when you're out here doing this all day, you know, it helps to have an outfit that you can cast hundreds of times in a day without wearing yourself completely down. You know, trying to get that bite. Because, I mean, you know, sometimes it's not a numbers game. I mean, of course you'd like to catch several, but if you go out and caught 2 or 3 apiece, you've had a great day. You know, so you got to work for them, and just hope you're being put on fish in an area there's been a lot of fish, and that's what my job is.
Carolina All Out is brought to you by
The school right here, Chris. I can just barely see it underneath the water.
Yeah.
You need to get a bait in that.
Okay. All right.
And I'll see what I can find another. Good, you got it right there.
Chris Douglas and Captain Scooter Lilley are after old reds in the Pamlico Sound. Their strategy is to cast their popping cork rigs into schools of active bait fish.
Go ahead, just anywhere. Just fan cast this area. I mean, this is as close as we've been to one today. Our bait of choice today for targeting these big reds, we're using a blabbermouth popping cork. And as you can see, it's got a lot of noise and rattles. It moves a lot of water. It kind of imitates another fish hitting the water, and it just gives them something to focus in, and they'll find your trailer bait here, which is running about 2.5 feet below it. This is a DOA bait. It's got a Z-Man hook in it, 1/4 ounce. When you get back on this cork and pop it pretty good, what's happening is you're popping the cork this way, and this bait is down the bottom, and when you pop it, it comes up. And this tail will start flapping as it's falling back down. And when it's falling back down, most of the time, that's when you get your bite. And he's seeing it flutter down like something's hit it and injured it, and it's just going down to the bottom, and that's when he picks it up and runs. Just let him go, Chris.
All right.
What you got, man?
We got a fish. I think we might have Pamlico gold on the bottom end of this thing. Woo!
Man, he's taking some line. Is he coming back? Coming back.
We're here, we're using popping corks with our good buddy, Scooter Lilley. We're having fun this morning, I can tell you that. This is the first hookup of the morning. That's what we come to the Pamlico for, is guys like this. Look at the head on that joker. Oh my.
The Pamlico Sound is the largest lagoon on North America's East Coast, with over 2,900 square miles of surface area and boasting a large assortment of fishing opportunities for the passionate angler, including world-class red drum, flounder, speckled trout, rockfish, and bluefish.
Fishing on the Pamlico Sound. It's one of the most amazing places that I've had the opportunity to grow up on and fish for over 35 years. It's just something, the exhilaration of the fight, and watching other people get their first shot at catching a fish of a lifetime. I mean, it's what keeps me coming back and wanting to do more and more and more.
Oh, pretty fish, man, that is a beautiful fish. This is Pamlico Gold. Thank you, Scooter.
Oh, you're most welcome, my friend.
This is just an awesome fish. I mean, heavy.
It sure is. Look at him. Got some beautiful markings.
Just the spots on him, and the size of him is just huge. He's just amazing. There you go. Came to life then.
When these fish hit, you know, you don't have to do very much, but just hold on to the rod and don't let it go. Because I'm gonna tell you what, when you're sitting there talking and it's like a silent killer. You're sitting there working that bait, and all of a sudden your whole arm snatches out.
Gluz, I'm gonna help you with this one.
Unbelievable.
I love the sound of that, Scooter. Another big one to put on the boat. Scooter's hooked into one. Can you hear that?
And this one is not ready to come in. Sometimes it's a 10 or 15 minute deal to get one of these fish in. And that's what just makes it so great and memorable, is the fight, the size of the fish, you know, being able to release him here back into his waters to spawn and fight again another day.
Fishing on the Pamlico Sound. Scooter's hooked up, we're hearing lions screaming. Big, giant bronze beasts that are here in 14 to 1 foot of water. I mean, there's nothing like it. I would say it's probably the biggest fish outside of being offshore.
Yeah, it's one of your biggest inland fish outside of maybe a huge catfish. You know?
Yeah, I mean, these things are just...
But it's no comparison.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, these initial strikes and long runs are just... It's as close as you're gonna get to about an offshore fight inshore as you can get.
Inshore. Oh my gosh. Oh, what a fish, man.
I don't know if he's gonna try to do something else or not, but...
Oh, look at that thing. He's like a beast.
That's pretty.
God, he's beautiful, that bronze. Can you see that? Can you see the gold? Can you see those white, beautiful scales blending into the bronze? The spots on the tail, the big dome head. It's an experience. Scooter, this is awesome, man.
Man, I'm telling you what, this is why people travel from all over to come down here and experience.
To experience this off the coast of North Carolina. And we're doing it right here, showing you guys how it's done. Love it.
Yep.
Love our state for this kind of fishing. Ah, amazing.
These are some of the biggest reds in the
That's right, hold him up
U.S., man. Yep.
There he goes. Wow.
He's done.
Into the deep. Woo.
Back to catch another day.
I'll tell you what, those things are heavy. They will wear you out. They will wear you out. But that was fun. I'm telling you what, that was an experience. To be able to handle one of those giants, to reel one in is awesome. I'm loving it, man. I am absolutely loving it.
CAO host Chris Douglas, along with friend and guide Captain Scooter Lilley, are fishing North Carolina's famous Pamlico Sound for Old Red Drum. It's day 2 on the water, and the team is excited about getting back out to see what's in store.
Here he comes. He's coming back by the boat again.
By the boat.
Caught a ray. I have got a ray on this thing. Yep. I mean, he
Cow nose ray?
Yep. And he ate it.
He did. He ate it good.
I won't even thinking ray. Finally.
Well, well.
Yep. Wah, wah, wah. We spent a lot of time, you know, after those first 2 fish we caught, we were trolling, motoring around, trying to hit the available bait that we saw. It kind of dissipated, and probably an hour went by, and we came up on a couple of little pods of bait, and sure enough, cork went down and the line went screaming. Man, that line is dragging. Good God, he's taking some strain. Saw that fish busting a bait ball right beside the boat.
You got him right beside the boat.
Chris Douglas, along with Captain Scooter Lilley, are fishing the Pamlico Sound for giant red drum. North Carolina is known for its big reds, with 10 of the 16 world records being caught in these waters.
He is still. Man, that fish is going. Folks, this is what it's all about. You want to feel a tug on your line and hear that drag screaming? This is it. I can tell you right now, there's nothing like feeling the pull of that 45+ pound fish, just taking all that line out in one whack. And it's an amazing feeling, it's an amazing fight, and everybody should come give it a try.
I ain't even seen the cork come
He's staring at that prop. He's like, I want to hit that prop. That's a pretty fish.
Yes, he is. There you are. Another whopper. Another giant. Right here on the coast of North Carolina. Scooter, it's awesome. You put people on these every day, don't you?
Oh yeah, and it's just great. This inland fishing that we've got here. You know, fishing these bays and tributaries, and we're up in like 4 foot of water right now, catching a 45+ pound fish on medium tackle, and it's pretty exhilarating, especially when one strikes it so close to the boat and just screams that line out. You know,
man, and they're just so neat looking, and you can just see so much character in them with the gold, bronze, white spots, just huge mouth. What an excellent fishery we have here in North Carolina. Isn't it?
Man, and it's something, like I say, it's a neat thing to come experience and then be able to release your catch and watch it swim off for another day.
Yeah, and do it again.
I'm very fortunate to be a captain and a guide here on the Pamlico Sound, and it's a great thing to be a part of something so great and be able to share with so many people, and hopefully, you know, this fishery will maintain and continue to produce the world-class redfish that it has here in eastern North Carolina. It's a great thing for our state. It brings in a lot of people from all over to come in and experience the thrill of this catch. And it's just, I just can't say enough about what we've got here and what we're doing to keep everything going, and the catch and release system. And you know, it's a trophy fish. It's a bucket list type deal. It's something that if you haven't done, you need to do it. You need to see it. It's a fishing day that you will not forget. And we've already hooked up 3, so we got the rest of the day.
Targeting that bait.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. You've got to find the bait to catch these fish. I mean, I'm not saying you can't get lucky and randomly pick up one here and there, but for the most part, you got to put your lure around bait, and that's what they're trailing. They're down behind that menhaden.
Yep, for sure.
You have a little bit more successful
and
day.
So is a lot of other stuff, it looks like. We've got blues in there. We've seen gar in there.
Seen some gar, yeah, and got some blues, yeah. That's unusual to have a few gar out here swimming around, but it's been so much rain this year. You know.
Yeah, probably the water is a little
more brackish than it is salt.
Yep. Well, that was fun. I think I'm still seeing bait around, so that would probably mean there's still some fish around, so maybe we need to keep on trying.
Let's get back at it. That's what I'm thinking.
The red drum gets its name from a noise it makes. Males produce distinctive low-frequency knocking or drumming sounds using specially developed muscles to vibrate their swim bladder.
Man, we're in them right here.
Look at that fish, good gracious. You see the fins coming up on him? Catch that shot out there, Casey. Look at that.
This is a bull.
He's a big one.
We're using a light action rod. It's a 7, 7/8, 7/10. It's got a medium-sized reel on it. That happens to be a Penn 4000 Fierce too. It's probably got 250 yards of 40-pound braid on it. And that's enough of backbone to get the hook into that fish. You really kind of let the fish just do his own thing. I mean, when he hits it, you just kind of hold on to it, the braid and the 50-pound fluorocarbon, that'll stick the hook in him pretty good. You don't have to do a lot of jerking and snatching. I've learned just to let them run with it. It's the best way to catch them, so you get more hookups and put more fish in the boat. What a phenomenal fishery.
It is one of the...
It is something. If you've never experienced it, you need to come give it a try.
And you need to give it a try with Captain Scooter Lilley and CWW Inshore Charters.
It's a good day when I get to cast on one.
Oh my gosh, look at that fish. They're so almost ancient, prehistoric looking, you know?
Well, they kind of are. That fish there's probably almost as old as I am. Yeah. Hear him drumming? What you got there, Chris?
I got your fish, but good gosh. Good gosh. I'm not joking. Listen to him drumming. He's drumming. He's talking. But look at this. Scooter, there you are. There's your fish, man.
Man, that's a good one, ain't it?
Woo! What a fish. Red drum on the North Carolina coast. What is this?
It's Carolina all out.